Welcome back to the 25 days of Whiskey Christmas. Today's a special day because we have ventured into double digits. This is day 10 of the 25 days of Whiskey Christmas. There's no turning back. And it's at the last real milestone because, well, that's not true. 21 will be a real milestone because the Whiskey Christmas will be old enough to buy its own whiskey. But today is day 10. Day 10 of the 25 days of Whiskey Christmas is the first whiskey that, frankly, scares me a little. The bottle is Old Grandad 114. I have watched numerous videos of people reviewing this bottle. Every single one of them. These people much more accomplished than me, much better at the craft of the whiskey review. Every single one of them have made those kind of motions. Faces, sounds coming out of them that are not normal sounds that come out of a human. This is the first bottle that I'm afraid is going to give me a big old Kentucky hug. Do you know what a Kentucky hug is? Try to attack me now. A Kentucky hug is where you drink a sip of whiskey and you feel it in all of your body. All of your body is encompassed by this warm, burning heat sensation, like it's hugging you tightly and not letting go. Old Grandad 114 is the first whiskey that we are going to review in the 25 days of Whiskey Christmas that I've only had once. This is the second time. I bought this bottle. I had one drink, which got me to there, and then this is the second pour. Because the first time, I wasn't kidding. The first time, I was like, I don't have as much of a constitution as I like to pretend I do, and a lot of people think I do. A lot of people think, oh, Sam can drink, fat Irishman, he can. I'm not so great with the higher proof stuff. I'm a 100 guy. I'm 100 to, I love a good 90. I love an Irish whiskey that's only like 80 or 90. So this was rough, but as I mentioned in the intro, every single online whiskey review that I have seen of this, every single person said the same thing, that it bit them hard. Also, though, every single one of them said, go out and buy a bottle of it. So something says, I mean, it's scary and good. So it's scary good. Let's do some nose. Huh. You ever had Big Red gum? It tastes like cinnamon, or it smells like cinnamon. Not so much cinnamon out of like, well, it's kind of in between cinnamon out of your spice cabinet and cinnamon and Big Red gum. Not sweet cinnamon like a Red Hots, but cinnamon gum. There's also a subtle layer of like brown sugar, like a softer sweetness. Yeah, I would not say anything about this as sweet. Ooh, that last one kind of hit me with some grains. Probably rye. This has a higher rye content than a lot of things do, so that's probably what this is. It's probably also what bites, but yeah, I feel good about that nose. There's a lot going on there. Yeah. Okay, well, nothing left to do but taste it. Whew. Whew. Is the back of my throat on fire? That gets you. Whew. That. Whew. Yep. That's hot. Whoop. Feel it all the way down here. What's it taste like though? That's why we're here, Sam. It's fruity. It's kind of like dark cherry, but it's dark cherry mixed with that rye spice that I was getting on the nose. Huh. But yeah, fruity, almost like a dark cherry, like not sweet. Which ones are the grapes that aren't really sweet? They're more tart, but they're thicker. That one. Not quite raisin, so not the end life cycle of a grape, but definitely a dark cherry, a dark a dark grape, um, but also the rye. There's absolutely some spice in there. So there's almost maybe even a little bit of corn. This has been I've had a lot to say about this one, and I feel warm. I feel warm down here. Whoa, I wasn't kidding. um, yeah, if you don't like whiskeys that burn, don't buy this. If you want to try a whiskey that's a little hot but has a ton of flavor, buy this. Um, Probably would benefit from some water. Maybe over an ice cube would probably make this pretty good. Okay, I am still warm. All right, where's this on my ranking system? My weird ranking system. I do not want to drink this every day. I do not want to drink this every day. I'm just gonna say that. So not number one. Um, I might reserve it for royalty who think there's something fancy, and then I give them a real hard one. No, I'm just kidding. Um, this might just sit on my shelf, and when friends say, "Hey, what's that?" or they say, "Give me something strong," solidly a three. This is a share with friends, but sparingly. All right. Well, that's the review. Sorry, there's a little bit longer one. There's a lot going on in this. I enjoy this. I'm not upset about. Oh, I didn't even read on my stuff. Oh my goodness. Straight bourbon distilled by Jim Beam, owned by Santori. It is 114 proof, which is where the name comes from. There's no age statement. The mash bill is 63% corn, 27% rye. There it is, and 10% malted barley. The MSRP is 33. Interestingly enough, this is another one that has gone up in price. It was 28 less than a year ago. Also, a fun fact that I found out when I was researching this: Jim Beam almost canceled this in 2017. It wasn't selling; people weren't buying it. But then they admitted in early 2017 that they also weren't distributing it enough. So they kicked it back up. And now this bottle, here's what's interesting. This bottle is probably going to be the next cheaper thing, like a Weller Special Reserve from yesterday, where it's hard to find. A lot of those reviews that I mentioned earlier, they said if you find one, buy one, because this might be hard to find in a couple years. It's picking up a following. It's picking up a, hey everyone, this is cheap. It's probably why it went up in price $5. They're probably not going to jump it much more than that, because this is a solid $30 bottle of bourbon. and I think it's going to get harder to find. So I'm pretty happy I have one now. So that's it. Cheers to day 10. Cheers to a bourbon that kind of beat me up a little bit, but is fantastic. Cheers.